Hi, everybody. Welcome to Character Modeling. That's right. Welcome to Character Modeling for spring 2022. So excited to have y'all here and really excited to get y'all through this course this semester. Really great things. And pretty much we're going to get into it and really get through those characters and really make them awesome. That's really the great thing. So let's get a head start. Let's push. Let's not wait to the last minute and let's really drive to the end. And if you need anything, please contact me ahead of time. Don't wait to the last moment. That's really the big thing. So let's get into it. Since we've all been here before and really got into it a little bit more, let's go over a couple things for course. Welcome to character modeling. So just a little bit about my background. I started off in Penn State as a potential candidate for the NHL. I was into AutoCAD and drafting, so I went for my mechanical engineering degree. And then my brother had brain surgery, so I got my associate's degree in mechanical engineering. Left Penn State. I also tore out my knees. Still play hockey, but just not as fast as I used to. But over a time, I started working the airlines and worked a whole bunch of odd jobs for my dad, working some contract jobs. I used to bring in planes on the ground at Houston International and Bush. Then I became a competitive gamer. I used to play for a lot of different games like Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original one on PS2, not the one that came out for Dice. A bunch of MMOs like WoW, Lord of the Rings, Aeon. I also was really big into like competitive racing on Gran Turismo, so that was another thing. But I really like making video games and really like understanding how they are made and really developing a really enriched story. So I ended up going to Full Sail. I got my bachelor's in entertainment business and my master's in game design and project management. I worked for a bunch of small companies, starting with GP Games. We did a lot of like small, quick tower defenses. Then I ended up as an analyst with Activision, and then moved to EA as a gameplay analyst. Then I focused on working with some UX design and internal design, bouncing all over different projects like Battlefield, Dragon Age, FIFA, NHL, Need for Speed, Madden, NCAA. And then after that, I left EA. I did some work for some VR companies for a consultant for UX design. I then also got in with Universal and did some leadership management work over there as a supervisor for attractions. And now I work for Wason as a technical project manager, their senior technical project manager, um, developing VR games. That's really what we're focusing on here. So I worked at about over 40. I think we can close to 50 actually, because luckily I worked on a team where I bounced around a lot of different projects, so my name was on a lot. But other than that, yeah, just been on a lot of projects, a lot of good things, and really seen a lot of aspects that really helped out. So that's a little bit about me. But figured I'd get into it and really start talking about some of your assignments. So really, in all honesty, we have discussions and project assignments. So since there's only two of us this course, don't worry about doing multiple replies. Usually I would ask for 2 reply posts. So just 1 reply post is fine. I'll even post a discussion to help you out just in case, like if somebody doesn't post or nothing. So that way you have that available too. Do keep in mind that your initial posts are always due on Tuesday night, and then your reply posts are due on Saturday. Please make sure to do them, because if you miss a couple of them, that's like 20 or 30 points, and that can be the difference between an A and a B, or a C or a D, or from failing to a D. So we definitely want to do that for sure. Oh, sorry about that. The newborn has been keeping me up. I apologize. So, other than that, yeah. So, please make sure that your initial posts are due on Tuesday, your reply posts are due on Saturday. Last week, last day's on a Friday, so all your reply posts should be due on Friday, but your initial post should always be on Tuesday. So that way it's good to go. So yeah, that'll happen at the last 11th week. Also, for your project assignments and activities, we also have project assignments, and they're always going to be due on Sunday. Do keep in mind some weeks have 2 instead of 1, so that's something to keep in mind about. So, yeah, just don't fall behind, because if you fall behind on 1 and you end up with like 2 assignments due on 1 week, then it's a lot of work to catch up. So just make sure you pace your work properly. That's the big thing. Now, do keep in mind that your project assignments are always due on Sunday except for week 11. That'll be due on Friday night, which is the last day. A lot of the assignments focus on techniques, building a model from scratch to walking. That include the basic principles of character modeling, which includes character design and model structure, texture application, rigging and animation, utilizing striking features, and so much more. We can do a lot of different aspects with it, and this is going to be a great course to really connect all the different pieces and really the workflow of how building a character is. And that's really important. Now, just a couple expectations I have. So if any assignment's late by a day, they're 10%. That's cumulative. So if you are late 3 days, you'll get at least 30% off of the assignment. That's something to keep in mind with. Now, if you make it past 7 days, that's a 0. So please make sure to have your assignments in before 7 days, or else that's considered a 0. Another thing is too, we do a lot of like feedback on our discussion posts. So for people's artwork, so be detailed, be critical, but also give good feedback, and also be positive and constructive. Don't try to automatically shame that person. You want to make sure that if somebody did something wrong, let them know what they did wrong and explain how to fix it. That's a really big thing, because that's more helpful. Instead of just calling somebody out, at least you have a solution with that, and that's something to be with. Just be professional and critical as best as you can. That's really the thing. And be thorough on discussions. I'm not a big fan of the 2-3 sentence discussions, or 3-sentence reply posts or initial posts. I'm looking for detail and examples that back up your thoughts and processes. So please make sure that you add detail. And every post is a minimum of 2 paragraphs. So your initial post should be 2 paragraphs. Your reply post should be 2 paragraphs. So it should be 4 total. That's what I'm kind of looking for. And another big thing that I also have is we're building characters. So the real thing is just I hope you discover something new and have some fun. That's really the big thing. So yeah, that's a lot of things. So yeah, let's go over your assignments real quick, and we'll go from there and where to find everything, and hop on from there. So yeah, let's do that real quick. So yeah, everything's gonna be listed on the calendar. I also have office hours on Tuesday every week, so keep in mind everything should be located here. If you have any questions about that. Also, your assignments, I also post your rubrics on the announcements every week. So you should see everything going from here. So you should have your announcements. So this week, your character turnaround. So you're going to draw a character turnaround of the character you're going to make throughout the next 11 weeks. So I would like you to give me a full front view and a full side view of that character, or a rear view. It's up to you. I would prefer side. They have to be lined up exactly. So your front view right here, and then your side view. That way I can see proportion and see the height of the character, so that makes sense. So everything's evened out. So please make sure that's clean. Make sure everything matches and proportionally correct, because these are going to be your reference images to go into your 3ds Max file. So do keep that in mind. So you want to make sure that your side image is proportionally and equal on the size and length as your front image, so everything kind of makes sense of the character. So I'd like to see that, a drawing, if it's in Photoshop, Illustrator, whatever program that you use. I'd like to see a full turnaround of your character, a front view and a side view. Cleanliness, I would recommend, please, bipeds only. Bipeds only. Please don't do anything with 4 legs. Please don't do anything with no legs. It's going to really help your walk cycle out a lot, because a lot of the tutorials are focused on biped animation. So that's something to keep in mind with. Also, make sure you have these so we can take a look at it and make sure it makes sense. If I see something that might be a little bit too difficult to do within the 11 weeks, I might shoot